Welcome back to Grown Folk Talk with Patrice and Shantia. Talking about parenting with a purpose. This is some good stuff.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I mean, parenting with a purpose, parenting is not easy, but by the sounds of things, you just have to be intentional about how you're parenting.
Definitely.
And as we went out, we talked about the fact that it appears some parents are afraid to parent. Mm-hmm. So parents are busy thinking or treating their children sometimes like they are their friends. What's your thought on that?
I don't like that. And that's not something that I was allowed to do when I was younger. I know I had to leave rooms when the adults were talking or something was going on. My mama would just look at me and I know, okay, it's time to leave. Because this conversation clearly isn't for me. So it's the same with my children. It's not to say that we don't have, jokes and conversations and friendly type banter, but they know that I'm the boss and I mean business.
Right. Oh, they know you're the boss.
They know I'm the boss.
We know that they know you're the boss.
Let me rephrase that. Everyone but Zara.
Except Zara, because Zara's the boss, so she thinks.
She's still learning.
She's about to find out.
She's still learning. I'll give it till she's 4.
Right. She's about to find out.
Yeah, but they know what they can. They know what they can and cannot do.
Right. And you like you said, you make it fun, though.
Yeah.
Zai will call long distance, call on FaceTime and say some smart stuff, but he's not disrespectful, but it's always said in jest, it's always a joke. And he said to me one time, my mama will come through my phone. I know she'll come through my phone and grab me. Like he knows the joke part of it. They know the serious side of it. So for you, like that type of parenting can kind of backfire if they are treating their children like they're their friends and they're including them in conversations and they're not punishing them, or not necessarily punishing them, but they're not holding them accountable for bad behavior. That can't turn out well.
Not at all. You have to hold them accountable for anything that they do. And we go back to making excuses. Don't make excuses for them. Hold them accountable. Hold yourself accountable. If you as a parent do something or say something and you come to find out what you did or said is wrong, apologize. I've had to apologize to my children before. I know I said A, B, C, and D, but in reality, I found out that this didn't take place or this didn't happen, so I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. Because one of the questions I had for you was, do you ever get it wrong? Do you ever get parenting wrong?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I've been taught in my job never to assume, right? You never assume. So I don't like to assume. So I always ask questions and I keep it real with all of my children. So I just come straight out.
Right.
A, B, or C. It has to be one of them. And sometimes it's D.
Right. Okay. So you have a conversation.
Yes.
You have the conversation.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's impossible for parents to always get it right, but I believe people do most times the best they know how with what they have and what they knew at the time. So you've said, if when you get it wrong, then you go back and apologize. So that's teaching your children too that we're going to get things wrong, but when we do, we apologize for it.
And I'm taking accountability for my actions.
And taking accountability for your actions and teaching them to do the same thing. So what do you want for your children?
The best. I want them to become millionaires so I can retire and live
throw me in there too. They're my retirement plan.
Yes. Yeah. I really just want them to be whatever it is they wish to be. To take in everything that I have instilled in them over the last, we'll start with 20 years. To always be respectful, to always be kind, use your manners, and just do everything I taught you.
Yes, and to make you proud.
Yes,
to make you proud, and your children have accomplished some things in their early years.
Boy,
in school they've done a lot. So Zai left Elliot as their deputy head boy, their Gold House captain, and Shai left as head girl, left Elliot as head girl and Gold House captain. Molly is, didn't pick
I'm still waiting for that.
Girl, this is her last year in Elliott, but you know she wrote in for it, you write in for it, and they've been all on honor roll and you know always.
She's Gold House captain.
And I'm sorry, and Molly's Gold House captain, and she was the P5 champion girl. Shy left as champion girl. Zai was champion boy at one point, but academically they've all done well, and you show up. You always show up. You know you and they know that Mama doesn't play, but Mama is also always there for us.
Always there.
Always.
Anything that's going on. I will call myself. I may have some competition, but I will definitely call myself their biggest fan. Right? I'm their biggest fan.
Excuse you.
And I know it's gonna have some competition, but and yes, and they have family support when it comes to anything that they do, but.
Right. But they know you're there.
Oh, definitely.
They know.
I'm there and I don't play because if I got a call from your teacher or an email, I'm there.
Right. Right.
I'm there.
You're there for whatever, if anything is going on.
And I've made teachers, okay, she wants to talk in class, okay, bring her desk right here and this is what's going to happen.
Yes,
and people say, well, how do your children do so well in school? That's because I'm on them. Did you get your homework done? Did you do this? Did you do that?
Yeah, and so you have not tried to paint them as perfect because, like you said, teacher said, "Oh, talking in class." So you said, "Okay, move the desk right there." Not my child.
I show up and say,
so
they don't want me at their school. So what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna do what they have to do.
And nothing could be worse, I would imagine, than your mama on a police bike, in police boots. Showing up at your school.
Zara's she got off easy.
She got off easy because you're no longer on the bike. You're not doing So, but the others they knew it, and so you have not done them a disservice. People, I think what I get from parenting is you do your children a disservice when you don't hold them accountable, when you don't admonish them, when you don't punish them in whatever style suits you. And some people may spank their children, some people may punish them, some people may take away whatever it is that they're using, their devices and all of that, but whatever it is, but you do your children a disservice, I think, and set them up for failure in the real world when you make excuses for their bad behavior, when you make excuses for them not speaking or what they don't do or whatever the case is. And so they take that with them. Whatever you instill in them is what they take with them. So if it's making excuses, then that's what we do. We make excuses in life. If it's holding myself accountable, then that's what we do. We hold ourselves accountable. If it's you are about your word. If you say you're going to show up, you do it. Then that's what they take in life. And so people may look at you and say, "Oh my gosh, she has this easy." It's not easy.
It's definitely not.
It's work.
It's work, and it's stressful.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Because we talked about all the people who need your time, but you need your time too. So how do you spend time with you? Do you have a minute or two?
Oddly enough, I had 3 hours on Sunday, but you should have seen me. I didn't know what to do with my life.
Right.
And every 6 seconds, what is she doing? What are they doing? They haven't called me, they haven't messaged me, and it was just no me time, because in my head it's just running one thing. Well,
you have to find it. You have to make it. You have to not find it. You make the you time, because you deserve it as well. It's all right to be, this great mother and employee and entrepreneur and all of that, but you need you time as well. And so don't be afraid, and this is for all parents, don't be afraid to ask people to help you. Like, as far as, okay, I want to go to the spa myself today. So would you not that you don't, but you know what I mean? Don't feel bad about it and shut everything down. Says the one with no children. I'm just saying, if I were a mother, that's probably what I would be doing. Right. Yeah. What parting words do you have? Not necessarily parting, but some words of wisdom for parents. You've said a lot. But just to tie it all in, but before that, let me ask you this. What will make you lose sleep when it comes to your children?
Ooh. not hearing from my child on her bike.
Oh yeah, so
she's going with her friends, and it's 8 o'clock, and she has to be in by 9, and I haven't heard from her, and these streets are reckless. So that I don't know. It's hard. It's a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Anything will make me lose sleep.
Right. Yeah.
As far as they're concerned.
Of course, because you have the different ages, different personalities, different activities, and different requirements from them. And so some may not be bothered by things as the others are. And so, right. It's, so, okay. All right. So what do you need to say? Last words to
Last
parents?
words. So parenting, as we know, is not easy. Not everyone has family support. Not everyone has everything that they need and want to parent, but you have to make a way. I'm very creative in how I parent. I don't know it all. I don't can pull ideas out of a hat. I spend a lot of time on Pinterest. I spend a lot of time on Instagram. I got a lot of ideas from just watching stuff and putting it into place. So just because you don't have things doesn't mean it's not ways that you can do things in a way to make it fun for yourself and your children when it comes to parenting.
Great advice. Great advice. So we continue to look out for some tips from you. Please share with me. You can send it to me and I can post or whatever the case is, because we need to continue this.
Yes.
So thank you so much,
No problem,
my darling niece, for coming on and sharing with us parenting with a purpose. I hope that you have shed some light on parenting for people who wonder how you do it.
I hope so. I get asked every day, by the way.
I'm sure you do.
How do you do it? Sometimes I don't have the answer.
I see your posts sometimes on social media and people will say, "You're a great mother. How do you do it?" Or, "I can't even get my child to do this or that." And then we see too that you spend time, you invest time with your children.
Yes.
That's key as well. So keep up the great work. We are proud of you. Keep it up. And we are looking forward to great things from your children. Thank you so much for joining us. And Shantia Frith, the mom of 4, who has been parenting with a purpose for almost 20 years.
That's right.
Yeah. So 2-year-old up to 20-year-old. So a lot of purpose has gone into that parenting. So thank you so much for sharing your parenting journey with us. And it will continue. Thank you for joining us on Growing Folk Talk with Patrice.